Good evening and welcome to a very special Christmas edition of the Charlton Athletic Community Trust online quiz, which we are presenting this evening specifically for the wonderful people of Oxleas NHS Foundation Trust. Now, my name is Scott Minto. I used to play professional football with my first club being Charlton Athletic. Now, while things aren't going quite so well on the pitch at the moment, with the club being in the third tier of English football, off it, and specifically with the Charlton Athletic Community Trust, they are Champions League equivalent, leading the way with the great work they do in the community. And I've seen firsthand just a snippet of how they enrich the lives less fortunate than ourselves. I also have a little bit of a link with Oxleas, more my mum really, can't mention her age, but let me just tell you she is well and truly a senior. She loves working as an amp at Green Park House and loves the banter with her colleagues. She's been involved in social services for well over 40 years, and I wouldn't put it past her to be involved another 20 at least. Okay, one thing I do want to say before we go on is that this is being streamed live, so please bear with us if there are any technical problems. Okay, why are we doing this? Well, firstly, we wanted to provide this opportunity for the great staff of Oxleas to get together virtually to hopefully provide a bit of fun and distraction from what has been another very busy year. We hope that you enjoy the quiz over the next hour, either on your own, with colleagues, or with your families. We also wanted to take this opportunity to acknowledge what an amazing organisation Oxleas is and how vital it is to our local communities, employing over 4,000 members of staff who work across many different settings, including hospitals, clinics, prisons, children's centres, schools and people's homes. The people of the South East are really lucky to be in such good hands. The relationship between CACT and Oxleas is a long and successful one. Over a period of 15 years, our two organisations have combined to produce brilliant initiatives and projects which support people young and old who live within our communities. Some of the highlights of our partnership over the last year include 25 activity sessions being delivered for over 100 service users with the Oxleas Early Intervention Team. Some of our clients at advanced stages of their recovery from psychosis joining us for a 4-day residential trip to Cornwall. 15 CACT activity sessions being delivered for 25 participants on the Upper Natton project for over 65s with mental health diagnosis. And also Oxleas Athletic, a football team for service users, playing a number of matches over the past year. Now, 2021 has been a challenging year and all key workers have continued to play a crucial role across the country during what has been a very difficult time for everyone. CACT and Charlton Athletic FC would just like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude to all staff at Oxleas for continuing to work tirelessly on the front line to care for people in need. What you all do is truly amazing and it is very much appreciated. Throughout the next hour, in between the quiz rounds, we will also see some short video messages from Oxleas and CACT staff. But for now, let's get on with the quiz, shall we? How will it work? Well, we'll have 4 rounds with 10 questions each. At the end of each round, I will give you a short amount of time to go through the questions, and then we'll read out the answers for you to mark. All you will need is a pen and a piece of paper. Now, hopefully you've got that right now, because after the quiz, we will ask you to text your team name and total score to this number. It's 07984 673 824. And I'll repeat that for you as well. 07984 673 824. We will then do our best to announce the top 3 teams and their prizes live this afternoon. We'll also do a halfway stage as well to see how you're getting on. There are a lot of you. I'm hearing 18 teams, perhaps even more. If this is not possible, then we will ensure the winners are announced on our social media channels shortly after 7 p.m. Please feel free also to send any comments or requests for shout outs to read between the rounds in the comments box. And I would just like to take this opportunity to also thank CACT Ambassador Steve Sutherland for producing this evening's quiz questions. I have to say, he does this all the time. He is superb, although some of them are very difficult. So blame him, not me, please. The 4 rounds this evening will be family round, TV and films, general knowledge, and of course, sports. We cannot enforce a ban on mobile phones or Googling, but this is for fun. The winning prize is not a trip to the Maldives. So please just try and answer the question yourselves if you can. Win and win fairly. Although I already know a couple of people who are watching right now. I don't trust them at all. But no, of course I do. Of course I do. As mentioned earlier, we have some messages of thanks from various people throughout the evening. And before we start the first round, let us hear from the Oxleas NHS Foundation Trust Chief Executive, Dr. Ife Okocha.
At this time of the year, I really want to say thank you. And I also want to wish you a really, really happy Christmas. And I hope that you'll find the time to rest, be with your families, and really have a fabulous time. And be really refreshed for the new year. Thank you.
Okay, are we ready for our first round? It is the family round. Question 1. In Harry Potter, what animal represents Hufflepuff House? So in Harry Potter, what animal represents Hufflepuff House? One of my girls absolutely adores Harry Potter. She would know this straight away, I'm sure. I have no idea. Well, I do because I've got the answers. But question 2. Who presents the Radio 1 breakfast show? So who presents the Radio 1 breakfast show? Question 3. Who presented the first ever Radio 1 breakfast show? Who presented the first ever Radio 1 breakfast show? Question 4. What film animation stars Tom Hanks as a railway conductor? So what film animation stars Tom Hanks as a railway conductor? Question 5. What alcohol, I'm sure there'll be plenty who know this, what alcohol do you traditionally use to flame a Christmas pudding? So what alcohol do you traditionally use to flame a Christmas pudding? You'll certainly be walking on air if you have too much of that. Question 6. Which year was the Premier League founded? Cheeky football question chucked in there. Which year was the Premier League founded? Question 7. What is a baby kangaroo called? What is a baby kangaroo called? There's no white Christmas over in Australia at this time. Don't even get me going on the cricket. Question 8. Sofia is the capital of which country? Sofia is the capital of which country? Question 9. In which English county is the town of Stevenage? So in which English county is the town of Stevenage? And final one on the family round. Who does the voiceover on Love Island? Come on, admit it. You a lot more watch it than you would actually admit. Who does the voiceover on Love Island? Now, Jason Morgan, the CEO of the Community Trust, is a good friend of mine. I'm sure he'd love to be on Love Island. He thinks he should be. Not really, Jace, but That's the 10 questions. Okay. I'll quickly go over them before we give the answers out. So question 1, in Harry Potter, what animal represents Hufflepuff House? Question 2, who presents the Radio 1 breakfast show? Question 3, who presented the first ever Radio 1 breakfast show? Question 4, what film animation stars Tom Hanks as a railway conductor? Question 5, what alcohol do you traditionally use to flame a Christmas pudding? Question 6, which year was the Premier League founded? Question 7, what is a baby kangaroo called? Question 8, Sofia is the capital of which country? Question 9, in which English county is the town of Stevenage? And question 10, who does the voiceover on Love Island? Okay, let's go through the answers, shall we? And if you're a little bit late, been driving home for Christmas, you might have missed this first one, but let's go for it anyway. In Harry Potter, what animal represents Hufflepuff House? A badger. Who presents the Radio 1 breakfast show? Greg James. Who presented the first ever Radio 1 breakfast show? Legend, that is Tony Blackburn. That was September 1967 until June 1973. If you get that right, as a bonus point, I'll give you it. Question 4, what film animation stars Tom Hanks as a railway conductor? Is the Polar Express. Question 5, what alcohol do you traditionally use to flame a Christmas pudding? It's brandy, but also rum. We'll give you that. Question 6, what year was the Premier League founded? One of the few that I do know in this one, 1992. Question 7, what is a baby kangaroo called? I did know this one actually, a joey. I also knew that Sofia is the capital of Bulgaria. I didn't know in which county is the town of Stevenage. It is Hertfordshire. And I'm sure Jace would have texted me as well to say that Ian Sterling is the voiceover on Love Island. Okay, so tot up your scores there. And just wanted to say two things before we move on to TV and films round. In addition to the joint programmes Oxleas and CACT run, Oxleas staff were invited to take part in the London United NHS football tournament at Charlton Athletic's training ground, with 60 staff attending in total. On top of this, 400 free tickets and match tickets and free stadium tours of the Valley have been given to Oxleas staff this year. And just the other thing, of course, after the next round, I'll be reading out your messages on the message board, so please send them in, whether it's just saying hi to someone, giving someone a big hug or even a big up, or even giving them a bit of stick as well, especially if you're feeling competitive with another team this evening. Okay. This is fun already. It's so much better than last Christmas. I feel a bit like Brucey Forsyth saying that. Anyway, TV and films round 1. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? So the first feature-length animated movie ever released. Question 2. Who is the zookeeper in Tiger King? So who is the zookeeper in Tiger King? Question 3. Who played Queen Elizabeth II in the first 2 seasons of The Crown? My missus loves The Crown. I can't say I've watched 1 minute of it, but if you do, then you will probably know who played Queen Elizabeth II in the first 2 seasons. Question 4. In which English county is The Vicar of Dibley based? Great programme. But in which county is The Vicar of Dibley based? Question 5. How much does the milkshake Mia Wallace orders in Pulp Fiction cost? So how much does the milkshake Mia Wallace orders in Pulp Fiction cost? Obviously, you kind of got to be a bit of a Pulp Fiction fan. Not really a clue to say. It's got to be in dollars. Just have a guess. Question 6. What is the main pub called in Peaky Blinders where the Shelbys meet? So what is the main pub called in Peaky Blinders where the Shelbys meet? Question 7. The classic TV comedy Fawlty Towers only aired for 2 seasons, but what was the total number of aired episodes? And I still cannot believe this. My goodness, far too few, and yet still was an absolute classic. So the TV comedy Fawlty Towers only aired for 2 seasons, but what was the total number of aired episodes? Question 8. The Larkins will be airing a Christmas special this year. Which actor plays Patriarch Pop Larkin? So the Larkins will be airing a Christmas special this year. So it's the one this year, not the extremely famous actor, but which actor will be playing the Patriarch Pop Larkin? Question 9. What is the name of the actor who plays the new 007 in the latest Bond film, No Time to Die? So what is the name of the actor, think about it, if you have seen it, who plays the new 007 in the latest Bond film, No Time to Die? And now question 10, the final one in this round. The actor Samuel West plays which character in the latest series of All Creatures Great and Small? I mean, the classic one. I used to grow up in the 70s and early 80s. But the actor Samuel West plays which character in the latest series of All Creatures Great and Small? And I shall give you a little bit of time. And by doing that, I'll race through the questions again. So what was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? Who is the zookeeper in The Tiger King? Who played Queen Elizabeth II in the first 2 series of The Crown? In which English county is the Vicar of Dibley based? How much does the milkshake Mia Wallace orders in Pulp Fiction cost? What is the main pub called in Peaky Blinders where the Shelbys meet? The classic TV comedy Fawlty Towers only aired for 2 seasons, but what was the total number of aired episodes? The Larkins will be airing a Christmas special this year. Which actor plays a Patriarch Pop Larkin? What is the name of the actor who plays the new 007 in the latest Bond film, No Time to Die? And the final one is the actor Samuel West plays which character in the latest series of All Creatures Great and Small? Okay, let's go through the answers then, shall we? What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? It was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Walt Disney Productions, 1937. Who is the zookeeper in Tiger King? It is Joe Exotic. Who played Queen Elizabeth II in the first 2 seasons of The Crown? Claire Foy. In which English county is the Vicar of Dibley based? Oxfordshire. How much does the milkshake Mia Wallace orders in Pulp Fiction cost? Did you have a guess? $5. What is the main pub called in Peaky Blinders where the Shelbys meet? It is the Garrison Tavern. Incredible. The classic TV comedy Fawlty Towers only aired for 2 seasons. What was the total number of aired episodes? My goodness me, just 12. The Larkins will be airing a Christmas special this year. Which actor plays Patriarch Pop Larkin? Bradley Walsh. What is the name of the actor who plays the new 007 in the latest Bond film No Time to Die? Lashana Lynch. And question 10, the actor Samuel West plays which character in the latest series of All Creatures Great and Small? Siegfried Farnan. Okay, so we are at the halfway stage. Why don't you quickly tot up your scores after the 2 rounds? Text in your team name and score so far to 07984 673 824. Let's see who's leading. You won't need one more sleep. We can find out exactly who's going to be half-time leading in the next minute or so. And, of course, who's going to get this fantastic prize. Who's going to be in the top 3 come the end of the evening. Look, while you're doing that, why don't I take a look at the message board and see what you are wanting to say? Okay. First, I've not got too many in coming in, so please send the messages in. Can I have a shout out from Scott congratulating Johnny Jackson on being appointed as the Charlton Athletic Football Club permanent manager? Thanks. That's from Tony K. Tony, absolutely spot on, mate. I have to say, Jack has done a fantastic job. He could have been given the job previously. He stayed in there. He took over from Nigel. Absolutely, great work from the first game that he did take over, winning up at Sunderland by 1-0. And I think he fully deserves that. Thomas Sangard, the owner, absolutely right in taking his time, because I'm sure there would have been a lot of people who would have wanted the Charlton job, but look, he was on trial, Jacko, and he's done a fantastic job so far, and congratulations to you for getting the contract. Big congratulations to all the winners in our Oxleas Staff Recognition Awards today. So, well done, everybody there. And while we're still waiting as well, why don't I just thank Steve Cooksley from Oxleas. Steve, you're a legend. What you do, as everyone who is involved in Oxleas, is above and beyond. But without you, we wouldn't be able to do something like this. You're responsible for pulling together tonight's link, videos and graphics as well. So, Steve, well done to you, mate. Okay, any more messages coming in? And also, when are we going to find out who's leading and who's not? We have got a message coming in. Oh, we have got a top 3. That's okay, Steve. No problem at all. Right, we've got a top 3. Quiz Powley's Red Army. The Red Robins. And the Gillespies. I'm assuming it's in that order. So the Gillespies number 3. The Red Robins number 2. But Quiz Powell's, I love it, Quiz Powell, like it. Red Army leading the way, I do believe, but things can change. It's only half time. I've got the teas, the oranges, and yeah, things can turn. And yes, I am right there. Quiz Powell's Red Army is leading the way. Okay, shall we move on? Before we get to the third, and that's the general knowledge round, I'd just like to introduce a short message from CAC's Disability and Mental Health Manager, Terry Purds.
Good evening, my name's Terry. I'm the Disability and Mental Health Manager for the Community Trust. I'd like to thank everyone at Oxleas NHS for their hard work and support across this year, especially to the EIP teams and Older People's Directorate that have helped me get the projects going, keeping everyone safe, and hopefully next year will be a better year for everyone. Thanks everyone, have a good evening.
Yeah, I know Terry as well. Absolutely fantastic what he's doing as well. Just again, another massive instrument within the CAC Trust. It's just incredible what everybody does. So well done to you, mate. Okay, let's go to the general knowledge round then, shall we? Question 1. What was the name of Italy's main commercial airline which ceased operations after 75 years in October this year? So the name of Italy's main commercial airline, which ceased operations after 75 years in October this year. Question 2. NASA launched DART this year, which is a test to learn how to protect the Earth from who or what? And Boris Johnson is not an answer. Although it could be. NASA launched DART this year, which is a test to learn how to protect the Earth from who or what? Question 3. Richard Osman had a best-selling debut book called The Thursday Murder Club. But what is his second novel called? So question 3. Richard Osman had a best-selling debut book called The Thursday Murder Club. But what is his second novel called? Question 4. March this year saw the Suez Canal blocked for days, causing severe trade delays around the world. What was the name of the ship that caused it? So in March of this year, we saw the Suez Canal blocked for days, causing severe trade delays around the world. What was the name of the ship that caused it? Question 5. Which former Labour Party leader was born in Tredegar, Monmouthshire, Wales in 1942? Apologies for any people who are Welsh out there and I didn't pronounce that properly. What I can say is this person cannot dance. Which former Labour Party leader was born in Tredegar, Monmouthshire, Wales in 1942? Question 6. Winston Smith is a member of the Outer Party in which George Orwell novel? So Winston Smith is a member of the Outer Party in which George Orwell novel? Question 7. Which Liverpool-based soap opera ran on Channel 4 from its launch in 1982 until November 2003? Was it that long ago it went off the air? Wow. Which Liverpool-based soap opera ran on Channel 4 from its launch in 1982 until November 2003? Question 8. New York City's Brooklyn Bridge links Long Island with which other island in the city? So New York City's Brooklyn Bridge links Long Island with which other island in the city? I'm sure you can have a guess. Question 9. In 2018, 12 boys and their football coach were rescued after 2 weeks in a flooded cave situated in which country? So in 2018, 12 boys and their football coach were rescued after 2 weeks in a flooded cave situated in which country? They wouldn't have wanted one more sleep there, would they? Question 10. Castel San Angelo or the Mausoleum of Hadrian is a prominent building located in which European city? So Castel San Angelo or the Mausoleum of Hadrian is a prominent building located in which European city? And that is it, everybody. The end of the third round. I'll race through the questions just in case you didn't get one of them. What was the name of Italy's main commercial airline which ceased operations after 75 years in October this year? NASA launched DART this year, which is a test to learn how to protect the Earth from who or what? Richard Osman had a best-selling debut book called The Thursday Murder Club, but what was his second novel called? March this year saw the Suez Canal blocked for days, causing several trade delays around the world. What was the name of the ship that caused it? Probably my mum's parking. Which former Labour Party leader was born in Tredegar, Monmouthshire, Wales in 1942? Winston Smith is a member of the Outer Party in which George Orwell novel? Which Liverpool-based soap opera ran on Channel 4 from its launch in 1982 until November 2003? New York City's Brooklyn Bridge links Long Island with which other island in the city? Question 9. In 2018, 12 boys and their football coach were rescued after 2 weeks in a flooded cave situated in which country? And question 10 was Castel San Angelo or the Mausoleum of Hadrian is a prominent building located in which European city? Have a guess. You might just get it with an educated guess. Okay, let's get the answers. The name of Italy's main commercial airline that ceased after 75 years, Alitalia. Alitalia. Question 2, the NASA launched the DART, which the test to learn how to protect the Earth from who or what? Asteroids. It's a double asteroid redirection test. Question 3, Richard Osman had a best-selling book, debut book called The Thursday Murder Club, but what was his second novel called? It was The Man Who Died Twice. A Man Who Died Twice. Just thought I'd say it twice. March this year saw the Suez Canal blocked. What was the name of the ship that caused it? Evergreen. The former party leader, born in Tredegar, Monmouthshire, Wales, 1942, cannot dance. It's Neil Kinnock. Is that his name properly? Winston Smith is a member of the Outer Party in which George Orwell novel, 1984. Which Liverpool-based soap opera ran on Channel 4 from its launch 82 to 2003? Of course, it was Brookside. New York City's Brooklyn Bridge links Long Island with which other islands in the city? Manhattan. In 2018, 12 boys and their football coaches were rescued after 2 weeks in a flooded cave situated in Thailand. And Castel San Angelo or the Mausoleum of Hadrian is a prominent building located in Rome. So that, ladies and gentlemen, we are 75% through it. One more round to go, the sports round. Before we begin the last round, we'll bring you another message, this time from Oxleas chair, Andy Trotter.
Hello everyone, I'm Andy Trotter, I'm the chair of Oxleas. And it seems that I'm going to say pretty much a similar message to last year when we were hoping that we'd be through COVID. We thought we'd be out the other side and into some period of normality, but quite clearly we're not. We're facing an extremely challenging time, a really testing time for all of you staff who work in a whole range of services that we offer across our boroughs and in our Forensic and Prisons Directorate. People who are out on the wards all the time, people who are out in the communities, people who are in the offices keeping vital services to go. This is another very, very tough and challenging time for us all. And I know for many of you, you'll be at work over Christmas, but for those who have the chance for a break, I sincerely hope you do have one. But what I do know is that I've been so enormously impressed through this last 12 months of just how people have stuck to their task. They've stuck to providing services to some of the most vulnerable people in our society, and have continued to do so throughout this last year. We don't know what the next year will bring us. We hope we can get through this latest challenge that we have. But what I do know is that we have absolutely first-class people in the NHS and absolutely first-class people in Oxleas. And I wish you and your families all the very best for Christmas and for the new year.
Okay, guys, apologies. You might be given an extra question, an extra mark here. In the question 4 of the general knowledge round, so March this year saw the Suez Canal blocked for days, causing severe trade delays around the world. What was the name of the ship? I think I said Evergreen. I did, of course, mean to say Ever Given. So if you did say Evergreen, apologies, we've got to take that away from you. But I'm sure a lot of you did say Ever Given. So you got an extra point. So well done. Okay, are we ready for the final round? It is the sports round. Question 1. In the July of 2021 squash rankings, 7 out of the top 10 male players in the world came from which country? So in July 2021 squash rankings, 7 out of the top 10 male players in the world came from which country? Question 2. What name is given to the winter sport that combines cross-country, skiing and rifle shooting? In fact, I'm going to Winter Wonderland in a couple of weeks. I might just see if they do something like that there. What name is given to the winter sport that combines cross-country skiing and rifle shooting? Question 3. The winner of which event is presented with the Venus Rosewater dish? So the winner of which event is presented with the Venus Rosewater dish? Question 4. Jose Mourinho's first job in coaching was as an interpreter for which legendary manager? So Jose Mourinho's first job in coaching was as an interpreter for which legendary manager? And he was a legend. Question 5. Sir Ian Botham made 11 appearances in the English Football League for which football club? Now, I did know this one, but it was back in the 80s, obviously. So Sir Ian Botham made 11 appearances in the English Football League for which football club? Bowling takes place from the Pavilion end or the Radcliffe Road end in which English cricket ground? So bowling takes place from the Pavilion end or the Radcliffe Road end in which English cricket ground? Again, if we want to talk about cricket, oh my goodness, we need to let it snow in Australia, don't we? Just to try and somehow get a draw. Not doing well so far, Joe Root and his boys. Question 7. Which sword is the largest and heaviest of the 3 weapons used in the sport of fencing? Now, Steve, Southers, come on. Who knows this one? Which sword is the largest and heaviest of the 3 weapons used in the sport of fencing? Come on, Southers, step into Christmas, will you? That's a difficult one, that one. Give people a chance. 3 more to go. Which combat sportsman has the nickname the Notorious? So which combat sportsman has the nickname the Notorious? Question 9. Which British Paralympic wheelchair athlete has won 6 gold medals and the London Marathon 8 times? Wow. Jiggle bells, my goodness me. Which British Paralympic wheelchair athlete has won 6 gold medals and the London Marathon 8 times? Couldn't even do it 8 times, let alone, I couldn't even do it. I haven't even done it once yet, but that's amazing. And the final question, it could all be on this. So concentrate your minds. Name the first female gymnast from Great Britain to win a medal at the European Championships, World Championships, and Olympic Games. So name the first female gymnast from Great Britain to win a medal at the European Championships, World Championships, and Olympic Games. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. I'll go over them quickly for you, just in case you missed any out. In the July 2021 squash rankings, 7 out of the top 10 male players in the world came from which country? What name is given to the winter sport that combines cross-country skiing and rifle shooting? The winner of which event is presented with the Venus Rosewater dish? Jose Mourinho's first job in coaching was as an interpreter for which legendary manager? Sir Ian Botham made 11 appearances in the English Football League for which football club? Bowling takes place from the Pavilion End or the Radcliffe Road End in which English cricket ground? Which sword is the largest and heaviest of the 3 weapons used in the sport of fencing? Which combat sportsman has the nickname the Notorious? Which British Paralympic wheelchair athlete has won 6 gold medals and the London Marathon 8 times? And name the first female gymnast from Great Britain to win a medal at the European Championships, World Championships, and Olympic Games. Okay, are we ready? We're all on this. 7 out of the top 10 male players in July 21 squash rankings came from Egypt. What name is given to the winter sport that combines cross-country skiing and rifle shooting? Biathlon. The winner of which event is presented with the Venus Rosewater dish? That is, of course, the ladies' tennis singles at Wimbledon. Jose Mourinho's first job in coaching was as an interpreter, I forgot him to say it now, for Sir Bobby Robson. Absolute legend. And he got me involved with the England under-18s. So he, for me, wow, what a guy. May you rest in peace. That was at Sporting Lisbon, and he took him to Barcelona as well. So Ian Botham made 11 appearances in the English Football League for Scunthorpe United. Can't remember what position he played. It might have been a striker. I don't know. Bowling takes place from the Pavilion End or the Radcliffe Road End in which English cricket ground? It is Trent Bridge, Nottingham. Which sword is the largest and heaviest of the 3 weapons used in a sport of fencing? Now, if you got this right, I think you should get double, but I can't give you that. I haven't got the power to give you double points here, but it's the EP or Epi. So it's E-P-E-E. You tell I don't do fencing. Which combat sportsman has the nickname The Notorious? It is Conor McGregor. Which British Paralympic wheelchair athlete has won 6 gold medals and the London Marathon 8 times? David Weir. And the last one, and if you get it, and if it decides it, you deserve it. Name the first female gymnast from Great Britain to win a medal at the European Championships, World Championships, and Olympic Games. And the answer is Beth Tweddle. Beth Tweddle. And that is that. So, please total up your score for the 4 rounds. Text your team name and final score. Don't cheat. To 07984 673 824. I'll repeat it one more time. 07984 673 824. You have 90 seconds from now to send that across, as we will be aiming to announce the highest scoring teams in the next couple of minutes. So before we find out the results of the quiz, we have one more short video to show you, inviting you to come flu fighting this winter.
Everybody please come to fighting. The jab is quick as lightning. We know it's a little bit frightening, but it really is the right thing. It's been crazy COVID time for us and everyone, but if we get through too, it really won't be fun. So before the spreading starts, we always play our part, and it won't make you sick. It's just a teeny prick. Everybody please come to fighting. The jab is quick as lightning. We know it's a little bit frightening, but it really is the right thing. They say the jab to make you ill, but that really isn't true. What makes you sicker than you think is having natural flu. It will make you really ill and closer down to 2. So come and get the jab right now. Together we'll fight through. Everybody please come to fighting. The jab is quick as lightning. We know it's a little bit frightening, but it really is the right thing.
Brilliant. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're still just waiting for all the scores to come in. So let me go to the shout outs, shall we? I haven't got too many, so you still got time to put some shout outs in there if you can, please. Just the messages on the message board can be about absolutely anything at all. A shout out to my mum for getting 88% on her master's coursework from Anna C. Mum, well done. That's absolutely fantastic. Give yourself a big pat on the back. 88%. Wow, I don't think I ever got that in any of my marks at school. But congratulations to you. It must have been hard work, so well done. Can I get a shout out for the 4 Musketeers? That's from, is that Tejpreet? So for the 4 Musketeers, guys, girls, well done. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. Some tough questions. some interesting questions, and the odd easy one as well. But I certainly hope you enjoyed it. Please say hello to my son, Sam, a Chelsea supporter who is trapped in his uni room with COVID, day 5. We can't wait to see him at Christmas, from Rachel E. Oh, my goodness. Sam, Chelsea supporter as well. I'm loving this kind of Charlton and Chelsea, because for those of you who don't know, I also played for Chelsea. I actually left Charlton to go to Chelsea. So I was very fortunate enough for them to give me the best day of my footballing career, which is winning the FA Cup final back in 1997. That was a fantastic day. So, Sam, I'm sure you probably weren't even born then. Rachel, I'm sure you were. But look, please get better. First of all, I hope you're okay. And second of all, yeah, I bet those days are really taking their time. But I have a feeling you're going to be back in time for Christmas. So, Sam, Rachel, I'm sure you'll be reunited. Of that, there's no doubt. Any more shout outs at all? Any more messages? We're still waiting to see what's happening here in terms of who's going to win the prizes. You don't even know what the prizes are yet. So let's see what's coming in here. Got another one. I mean, it's really great of you. What was it? 18 teams I heard who were participating. If I could give you a prize, I'll give you a prize to everyone, but obviously I can't. But if ever you do come and see me, whether it be at Charlton, whether it be at the Prue, with my mum, then yeah, please come up and say hello, have a chat. But listen, well done on the year that you've done so far. Absolutely fantastic. We're close to getting the scores in. Tension. Don't know if you can feel it. The pressure. I think Tony K also had another question for me. Steve just passed it on, Tony, about who my favourite Charlton player is. Current Charlton player. I mean, past, I have to say me, obviously. And I also have to say Rob Lee, which there's a connection to today. Rob Lee, I played with at Charlton back in the day, in the early 90s. He went to Newcastle, played for England. But started off at Charlton. His boy Elliot Lee is on loan at Charlton at the moment, so I'd have to give him a mention. Is he my favourite player, though? I really enjoyed watching Jake Forster-Caskey last season up until his injury, and I don't think would have had such a bad start this season if he'd have been fit. I think he's that influential, and the problem is when you have such a bad injury like that and you've been out for so long, it takes you another few months to get fit. So I still don't think we'll see the best of him until next season, but hopefully when we get in the playoffs he'll be peaking form then. But actually probably my favourite at the moment is Jayden Stockley. I like the way he plays. He's a big strong centre forward. I played with, if you remember, Tony Carl-Leaburn back in the day. He was my roommate at Charlton. Reminds me very similar to him. Yeah, I could just hear Steve shouting there, Leaburn. Steve certainly remembers him. And yeah, just a really strong player. Intelligent player, knows what he's good at, knows what he's not, but actually a really good guy as well. We had him on Charlton TV a couple of weeks ago, and just you see a very intelligent guy. He was gutted he'd been suspended for 3 games, felt like he sort of owed the team one, and he's been in fine scoring form since he's come back. So I have to say, yeah, I would probably say Jayden Stockley is my favourite current player at the moment. I love them all, of course I do. Right, let's have a look. Have we got any messages through? We certainly have indeed. Okay. So we've got a joint third. Joint third. So that means we're going to have a Charlton Athletic home shirts signed by the first team squads to 2 teams. That is the Gillespies and the Red Robins. So well done to you guys, the Gillespies and the Red Robins. Each team, not each person, each team gets a signed home shirt by the first team squad. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, second place. It is Quiz Pals Red Army. And you guys get a Christmas hamper. Quiz Pals Red Army, well done to you. You have finished second. So who's just come up? We didn't even mention them. Weren't even the top 3 at half time. Goes to show how the second half is so important. And this is for a week at the Pru over Christmas? Not really. 4 director's seat tickets for a Charlton Athletic home fixture of their choice with dinner. And that goes to Spike Minions with 39 points. Wow. Spike Minions, you have come from absolutely nowhere. So 39 points to be the winners this evening. Congratulations to you. And you will be receiving 4 director's seat tickets for a Charlton Athletic home fixture of your choice with dinner. And if you happen to see me and Alan Kirbishley around, please come up and say hello. We're in the Sky Sports sort of executive box where we do the Charlton TV from. So listen, congratulations to you. But of course, congratulations to everyone, not just for tonight, but for the rest of the year that's gone so far, and of course next year as well. The CAC team, by the way, will be in touch with the winners via Oxleas to arrange delivery of the prizes, so don't worry, we will be in touch indeed. Once again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone at Oxleas. It is the staff that make the NHS so wonderful, and you should all be really, really proud of the work you've done over the past year. Thank you, everyone. Keep up the great work. Bon Natal, Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, and all the very best in 2022. On behalf of myself, Scott Minto, and everybody at the Trust and at Oxleas, thank you very much.